we all embody aspects of feminine and masculine energy. And when I think of pink, I think of the beauty of all that being capsuled in a color. So pussy is what I think of when I think of pink. My name is Terrell Maurice Carr. You can call me Carr. And I am from Jacksonville, Florida. What do I do? It's an infamous question a lot of people ask. I live, and in living, every day I create. And professionally, I would call myself a creator, but I've done makeup. I actively do makeup professionally. I paint abstract art, singer, songwriter, magician. Definitely a magician. And I say that wholeheartedly because I believe in creating a world to live in that makes you come alive. But recently, man, I just feel like I've been like dying and living simultaneously. Like parts of me that were afraid to do certain things or apprehensive in achieving certain goals, those facets of me are dying, and then there's like new perspectives that are blossoming that like I'm becoming more aware of it, and I'm just in a good space more so than anything. So now I recently, just being transparent, was laid off. But it really has been like the best thing that has ever happened to me because I'm able to trust like what it is that I want to do and pursue it. So, yeah. Okay, so little Terrell, oldest of, at the time, 3 children, 3 boys. Me and my brother, 2 brothers. That was the most extreme time of my childhood, simply because I was aware of the physical absence of my father and the effect that it had on my mother, being able to, having to be able to like raise all of us. So a foggy time in my childhood, I realized I began to create these realms that I could escape to. Those realms are still present with me today in my artistry, my paint, my emotions. So my childhood consisted of a lot of emotional experiences that were not necessary for me to express because I had to maintain a household with my mom, with taking care of my brothers, and even being strong for myself, being artistic in school, knowing that I was different in the aspect of wanting to see things that I never saw before. So I utilized those same qualities that I had as a child in my everyday world. And that's truly what makes me an artist. I don't think I ever will or ever have let that childlike quality leave me. Yeah. I was fucked up when I painted this. And I ain't talking about like fucked up, like drinking or smoking too much. I mean, emotionally in some bind that I voluntarily created. And that shit sounds a little dark, but for me, I wanted to like dive into the darkest parts of my mind to understand the beauty that lives in my light. And that light, I mean what people are drawn to, like my vernacular or what it is that I do. If you look at this piece, you see chaos, you see turmoil, but then you see a certain level of fluidity and progress and beauty. And I wanted to embody that feeling that I felt like 4:00 in the morning when I'm literally laying in bed, conscious of me thinking while I'm asleep. And I didn't really have any dramatic experiences that were life threatening. It's just that I truly dived deep into my emotions, and I was fucked up over just the magnitude of being understanding and not understanding why I am so understanding. Like the fucking paradigm of life, but this is what you see. It's like the beautiful fucked up part of me. Some of my influences. I like when my fucking heart starts beating fast and I get chills. That influences me. And I'm that is the perfect time for me to tune in to like what's going on around me, which helps me understand like, okay, this is really moving my spirit. So the last time my heart started beating fast and I got chills. Well, that's another story, but I would definitely have to say music is one of my biggest inspirations. I sing, and it allows me to melodically express emotions that I may not verbally be able to say to a person or even inadvertently say to myself. So certain harmonies or a cadence of a song may inspire me to paint, or it may inspire me to dress a certain way, or to have a certain type of fluidity to me. Sensuality, the way things touch. I mean, the way they touch me, or the way I touch things, or the way things smell, and it's so crazy because to me, things that like you can smell something and it could be with your nose, but if it does something to you, then it goes deeper than just the physical sense of a sense. So for me, I just literally love being fucking human, like being able to curse and have a intense vibe behind it, or being able to say something loving and it inspires people. So my own personal experience of being alive inspires me. As far as artists in music, Lana Del Rey, like just how transparent and wicked her dark side is. And I say that in being able to be transparent and put yourself out there, some things that are not relatively relatable, and just people like that because you're able to do that for yourself. Photographers inspire me a lot because they capture life, and for that millisecond or for that moment in time, they capture the epitome of what that moment was about forever. Even if the image tarnishes or changes, it's that moment that will always be documented. So the things that I do are not always inspired by people who do the same things. So for me, it's like the curvature of a woman's back can inspire me to paint squares, or the way someone smiles if they receive a compliment can inspire me to write a song about heartbreak. It's random as shit, but that's that's me. Personal aesthetic. Feel what the fuck you want to feel. Um, Whether that's from fashion sense to the way you would like to live, the things that you gravitate towards. I know personally, like, my own aesthetic in terms of like how I like to be viewed. I love simplicity, and then I totally would put that in the trash and be as drastic as hell. So I like being able to have the ability to give any aesthetic that I want to and it be received. Style wise, I like feeling sexy. I love the 70s for that. Isaac Hayes, down to Prince, 80s and whatever. Just I like sex appeal. I like that aesthetic of being able to flash the fleshly aspects of being human and how that translate into what provokes people to express themselves and like what they gravitate towards. Like a lot of times my friends be like, you speaking fucking parables, but everything to me interweaves through everything. Music wise, I love moody music. Music that makes you actually concentrate on what it is that you're feeling or what you want to feel. Movies, anything that's psychologically thrilling, things that make you think. Aesthetic in my home decor. I love minimalism with splashes of chaos. So, in hindsight, I'll clean my place to perfection and then throw a towel on the floor just to add a splash of disorder to it. It's crazy shit, but that's the artist in me. Yeah, that's it. That's some crazy shit. I did not choose to be black. It is a privilege, but I didn't choose it. And I say that with so much sincerity. Originally being from the South and being black. Before I even go into a spill, like for me, being black in today's society gives me so much opportunity to express myself unapologetically. And by that, everything that I do has that much more of a stamp on it because I'm black. Oh, you do makeup. Wow, that's really good. Typically because I'm a black big dude that does makeup. Oh my gosh, you really did paint these paintings? This abstract art, you really did that? Yeah, it's surprising because I'm black. And it's crazy. I mean, it's cliche as it sounds, but I'm at a place now to where I recognize my strength, and the rate of ignorance that I do see in the entertainment industry that is fucking coonery and is degrading it comes from a lot of black people. And I understand everyone has a dream to make it and to be successful and to make money, but some things I personally feel, being biased, nothing should override your integrity. You know, when it comes to what we put out for the media as artists, whether it's social media, whether it's on a higher platform, you're leaving a legacy for people that look like you, whether you're white, black, Hispanic, or anything. And I personally feel like as a black man, it is my responsibility to leave a legacy of something that creates a platform for other people that look like me to feel like they can do the same thing. Granted, no, I'm a big dude, but I never had desires of being a football player. But if someone sees a black man owning a football team, who ain't ever, give a damn about football. I mean, that could inspire someone to do that. It's so many different things that you can do to inspire and empower people. And I just feel like right now there's so many black people that are in the mainstream media who have the potential to do things, and not saying that they should, so to speak, but at least have some type of formula that best allows you to do what you do, but it helps other people. So that's my take on that. Just be proud to be black and be proud to know that you have everything in you. What is pain? Pain is procrastination. That's It's my own vice. Like I will intentionally push certain things back to test my ability to see how accurate I can execute something. Knowing that I can give myself the time to take care of something here or there, that's painful because sometimes the pressure of doing that, it does kind of pulls and lures in doubt, and it does make you question things. But truthfully, I've been numb to a lot of things that could honestly emotionally be vexing, but it's all a part of the art. So for me, a lot of things are not painful to me. Things that I consider painful would be procrastination, because it's like I'm aware of all the things that I've been blessed with and my abilities, but sometimes I do want to see how life would be if I didn't have those things. So I guess that would be my own way of playing with my life or a time clock by procrastinating, see how long I can get away with doing something or not doing something. But for the most part, man, my brother going to prison was painful. And I think that shit, within this moment, I realized that moment was the first time that I felt being numb. Like I knew what that felt like. And I don't think anything that has transpired after that experience, which he gets out in 9 months, but everything after that, I was built for. I began to realize that I induced it. So there's truthfully not a lot of things that I do find painful. Struggle or the struggle. I think everything is always in the making. Right now, if I wanted to have a carrot, I would just go to the store. It would be in the making. But if I want to saute carrots in gold powder, that shit, I gotta find, where I gotta get this. So everything, it's basically saying everything's in the making. But I don't really feel like too many things are a struggle for me. I don't really feel like too many things are painful. Once I've had some very personal experiences happen with my family, like the security of my brother or things related to my family, when I'm able to move on from those situations, I feel like those moments and those experiences have created layers of protection as opposed to like hardening my heart. So truthfully, I don't really have too many things in my life that are painful or a struggle to me, other than self-induced procrastination. The meaning of life. What is it? Hold on one second. Nobody knows. But what I do know is all I have is now. And what now means to me is that I'm living. I'm alive. All is well. I'm functioning. So the philosophical answer, that shit can go on for a million years. But what I do know for certain is I don't know. And that makes me beautifully human. It allows me to be vulnerable to the moment. And it allows me to like paint whatever I want life to mean or to be. And that's what it means to me. Life is all about self-expression, because I didn't know that I would be here until now. So life is now. So life means now. Fuck that shit. It's not real. It's supposed to entice you. Doubt's supposed to provoke something in you to know that you can do it. So when I think of the word doubt, I be like, fuck that shit. Everything that I rely on. If I didn't have faith, I wouldn't have the confidence that I do have to know that I could do half of the things that I can do. So faith is life to me. Faith is everything. Faith is vision. What we have now, I don't think it's a destination. I think happiness is truly being aware of where you are and learning why you are where you are. So that's what I think of when I hear the word happiness. Fuck them shits. Nah, seriously. Relationships, they really help us. It's so much that I think of when I think of relationships, but I think there are moments that I think pit stops are what relationships are, because you have your own personal destination. Everyone has, but you make little pit stops and you relate to those people who are on their own personal journey. So relationships equal pit stops. That's what the fuck I built my whole world on, is self-expression, which equates to freedom to me. If I don't feel free, I'm not partaking in whatever it is that does not make me feel free. I need it. I thrive off of it. And freedom is truly being able to know that you create the momentum that pushes boundaries out of the way. So freedom is everything as well. I'm proud. And that's it, period. I'm black and I'm proud. Pussy. It's like, and I say that with so much respect. For me, I'm a bearded feminist. I grew up around majority of women, and when I think of pink, I think about all the beautiful things that are of the creation of a woman, and not even just a woman, but femininity. That's what I think of, because every man, I don't give a damn if you're straight, gay, bi, or woman, straight, gay, bi, whatever, we all embody aspects of feminine and masculine energy. And when I think of pink, I think of the beauty of all that being capsuled in a color. So pussy is what I think of when I think of pink. So I'm gonna sit and think for a second, what could I say for, or as advice for other artists coming up or along. Man, be you. And whatever that means, like, truly be you. You don't fuck how weird you are. Somebody gonna like it. If you're stoic, be the best stoic person that you can be. someone will respect it. If you're free spirited, be the most free spirited person that you know. Somebody will respect it. I feel like we try so hard to break in an industry that is already formulated by a formula that you lose sight on the fact of the people that are in the industry. Some people actually totally annihilated a formula and created a lane of their own. So for any advice in any vein of artistry or professionalism, simply be you. Be the most authentic person that you can possibly be, because that's where the magic happens. That's where the beginnings of all of your visions start to come alive, because this shit ain't gonna do no good if it's all in your head. Like, sooner or later you're gonna have to get the shit out. So just be you.